And hi once again, everybody. Jim Stevens bringing you the 2017 Elite Doubles Championship. It's the final featuring four of Austria's best players, four members of the Austrian national team. On the right side of your screen in the forward position, that's Phillip Kucera. At goal, the veteran of the Austrian team, Alexander Lukas. And on the left side, another member of Team Austria for many years, Vladimir Drabik. And the forward on the left side, one of the most decorated players in the world, a two-time multi-world champion, Kevin Hundstorfer. Underway here in game number one. Best 3 games out of 5. It is win by 2 in the final game. And Kucera with the first scoring attempt. That one blocked by Drabik. And it bounces back to Lukas. Alexander Lukas, a good shooter back there. A guy who has been one of the better goalies in Europe for several years. Tries to pass it along the outside wall. Intercepted here by Kevin Hundstorfer. Kevin, who really began to have success as a very young player. I remember Kevin, 10 years ago now, as he gets the scoring underway here in game number 1. But as I believe a 16-year-old at the Garlando World Championships, his mother brought him and stayed there for the entire weekend, his biggest fan. And Kevin, I recall, I think at the age of 16, might have even been 15, took Frederic Collignon down to the final set in the open singles final at the Garlando World Championships, and he has since gone on to great success, including 2 multi-table world championships. Here's Alexander Lukas, setting it well out. This is the Garlando table, of course. One of the 5 ITSF official tables. Still 1-0 here in the first game in favor of Hundstorfer and Drabik. Lukas will get another chance here. Cut down the middle. Of course, these 4 players very familiar with each other. I think they can all predict what their opponents are going to do as you get a look there of Kucera and Lukas on the left. And this is Kevin Hundstorfer setting it up, firing it home near side. It's 2-0. Got a good look there at Kevin. All 4 of these players will be competing for Team Austria next month at the ITSF World Cup. Austria, of course, won the first ever World Cup back in 2006 in Hamburg, and again will be in Hamburg. Kucera now will have a possession on his 3-rod as he sets it up in snake shot position. Really taking his time, and then loses the ball, but quickly gets it back. Again, Kucera, quick shot here, blocked, and then it bounces in. It's 2-1. You saw Kucera there celebrate the goal and then tap the table with apology a little later on. And Hundstorfer can't hold on to it. It squirts back to Kucera, who can tie this first game up. Phillip, trying to come near side, wide of the goal. I like it when I see Phillip take 7 or 8 seconds before releasing the shot. Really gives himself, I think, a good chance of scoring the ball and certainly putting a productive shot on goal. Drabik fires that one down the middle, knocked down. It's Kucera who picks it up, tries to pass, has it blocked. Second effort, gets through. Phillip Kucera now will set up his snake shot and look to tie game number 1 of this Elite Doubles final up at 2 goals apiece. Kucera rocking. Taking his time and then firing it home. That's a great possession there for Phillip Kucera, who did take 7 or 8, perhaps 9 or 10 seconds before releasing the shot. You let the defender work hard, you can get a better read perhaps on what he's doing back there. And it really allows you to control the pace of the game when you take your time on your 3-rod, or on any rod for that matter, and that's 2 in a row for Phillip. And Kucera and Lukas now up 3-2 here in this first game. Kevin Hundstorfer, one of the most dynamic players in the world of international table soccer. This is a man who I think possesses one of the very best 3-rods in the world. And the 5-rod's pretty good as well in the all-around game. And that one's going to be blocked by Lukas, but it carries in to make it 3-3. But Kevin again will enter the Hamburg World Cup as one of the favorites, certainly in singles, where he has won 2 career titles. 3-3 here in game number 1. Kucera had it, lost it. It comes back to Hundstorfer. Again, you really get a good look at the stance. The ability to walk the ball here, and then Hundstorfer shot attempt blocked in, taken away by Lukas. Alex, a guy that can get you some goals back there, has a pretty good pull shot, but also just so smart defensively. Big shot here for Phillip. And takes his time, and he's starting to heat up against Drabik. It's now 4-3. And certainly after somewhat of a slow start, Phillip Kucera has come out in this first game and really started to turn it on. And Hundstorfer now will have a possession and a chance to send this one to 4-4. Kevin gives a fake. Looked like the hole might have been there. The bouncing rebound is gathered in by Alexander Lukas. Alexander will call time out. A 4-3 lead for Phillip Kucera and Alexander Lukas. Lukas will put the ball back into play. It's just one set, one best of 5 games, best 3 games out of 5, to see who will be the Elite Doubles champion, with €400 in prize money in the pot for this event. And this is the final. That shot attempt stabbed on the second effort by Lukas, picked up here by Kucera. The 5's been working pretty well for Phillip, and he's able to get this one through, and he'll have a chance to win game number 1. Phillip sets it up. Rocking. And calling timeout. Good call there, as Phillip Kucera has a possession on the 3-rod and a chance to win this opening game. He'll once again set it up in snake shot position. Again, taking his time beautifully. And it pays off as he strokes it home to the near side. Phillip Kucera, Alexander Lukas win the opening game 5-3. Kevin Hundstorfer, Vladimir Drabik on the left. And Kevin will put the ball into play. Quick pass attempt knocked down by Phillip. Comes back to Kevin. Hundstorfer's always had the very great touch on the 5-row. Can't hold on to this pass, picked up here by Lukas. Alex, not necessarily a spectacular player, certainly a very effective one. Very high percentage play back there, and he can score the ball, but he does it all in a very calm manner. Really just takes care of business back there. And really allows the forward, in this case Phillip Kucera, to feel secure. Because you know you've got a player back there who is going to get a piece defensively of the opposing forward. He's going to stay cool and calm. He's also going to score a little bit. That one up into the air and off the table. No score here in the second game. Jim Stevens with you here at the Austrian Elite Doubles Final in the year 2017. All 4 of these players preparing for the World Cup. We will never forget 2006 at the Fischauctionshalle in Hamburg, Germany, the very first ever World Cup. Heads this one knocked down and taken away by Hundstorfer, who will set it up and look to strike first here in this second game, and he does as he hammers home that snake shot to make it 1-0. Ball put back into play here by Kucera. The pass attempt blocked by Hundstorfer. Phillip chips it up nicely. Really disguises that pass well. And he'll shoot against Drabik. He has scored well against Vlado in the last few possessions, but Vlado says no to this one. Blocks it. Kucera will get another chance here. But back in 2006, of course, at that World Cup, that one's going to spin back to Phillip. The United States and France played one of the great matches in the history of the sport, maybe the best ever. But many people forget it was Austria that won the very first World Cup title, and that one stroked home by Kucera. Vlado had a question for the referee. And Hundstorfer will pass it along the wall. 1-1 here in the second game. Remember, it's 1-0 in favor of the team on your right, Kucera and Lukas, and there's Hundstorfer trying to come down the middle. You see Alex focusing, but you see Hundstorfer drilling it home and recoiling with that hand releasing from the handle. It's 2-1. Kevin, a guy that is a lot of fun to watch play. This one off the back wall, picked up here by Lukas. Quick shot attempt the other way. The bounces wide and then comes back to Hundstorfer, who chips it up. Kevin starting to get a pretty good feel here. Let's see what he does as he waits and then finds a very tight hole here. It's 3-1, so Kevin Hundstorfer has taken over this second game so far. He and his partner, Drabik, trailing 1-0. I very much remember the first time I ever met Drabik, as Kucera has it on the 5. Phillip faking, quickly tried to go along the wall, taken away by Hundstorfer. Vlado walked up to me, and I believe it was at the perhaps 2007 Garlando World Championship event. Here's Lukas setting it up. Just outside that far goal line. Again, slowing the pace down, shot down the middle. Got a lot of speed and power on that one. Rebound grabbed by Vlado. But this man walked up to me and began to do an impersonation of Jim Stevens. Here's Kucera with the ball, setting it up. And, of course, it was flattering to hear that this gentleman enjoyed my commentary. But he did a really good impression. And I'll never forget that, Vlado, if you're watching. That was a very nice way to meet you. Hundstorfer will call timeout. Remains 3-1 here in the second game in favor of Kevin Hundstorfer and Drabik. Phillip Kucera, Alexander Lukas won the opening game of this best 3 games out of 5, as Hundstorfer will put the ball back into play. Kevin fakes, tried to take it out to the far side, blocked away, bounces back to Kevin. Kucera may be looking for a call there. There was none, and now we're going to ask about a possible distraction as Kucera took the hands off. I'm guessing the official will just give a warning here, perhaps, and we'll continue play. But he'll warn both teams, perhaps, for distraction. And the ball will be put back into play by Alexander Lukas at goal. Alex setting it up on the near side here. The pass attempt. Again, the unexpected there from Lukas. And that's something that a good goalie has to have. You have to be kind of unpredictable as an offensive player back there. You have to have different options. You have to execute them at different times. Sometimes you're just looking to clear it, as you saw Lukas do, and eventually it's Kucera who's able to pick up the loose ball and set it up. Phillip fires it home to the far side. Vlado might have left that hole a little bit too long. Kucera jumped on it, scored it. It's now 3-2. That one knocked back towards the goal, picked up here by Vlado. But Drabik, a man who always seems to be in a good mood. Every time I've seen him, he always seems very happy to see me, and I very much enjoy Vladimir Drabik's company when we are able to spend some time together. That one set up the table, comes right back to Lukas. Alex Lukas, a Los Angeles Clippers basketball fan. Yeah. You gotta like that. Been some tough years for the Clippers, Alex. But still a very fun team to watch, and one of these years, probably before the Lakers do. Picked up here by Drabik. That one fired wide of the goal. Rebound grabbed by Hundstorfer. These great Garlando players, and there's Hundstorfer giving his team a 4-2 lead. But these great Garlando players, and these are 4 of the best Garlando players in the world, no question about it, but they make it look easy. And this is not, if you have not played on the Garlando table, it's not an easy table to play on. Not an easy adjustment to make. It's quite different from all the others. It's a great table. It's a fun table. But it's a table that you really have to learn to play on. And these 4 guys make it look so natural, so easy. Some of the things they're doing that are looking easy are not easy to do. So I They definitely admire these four in particular, but Garlando players in general, as that one's going to bounce back into the goal against Drabik. It's now 4-3. 1-0 lead for Kucera and Lukas. Hundstorfer tried to pass it along the wall, taken away by Phillip. And then Phillip lost it. It comes back to Lukas. Quick shot attempt, and Hundstorfer is going to take it away, and he's going to set it up looking to win game number 2. Kevin taps and then hammers it home with authority. It's 1 game apiece. Phillip Kucera, Alexander Lukas came with a strong effort in the opening game, which they won 5-3. Game number 2 now has gone to the opponents, Kevin Hundstorfer and Vlado Drabik. And we are even at 1 game apiece. Phillip Kucera will put the ball into play to open up game number 3. It's been a good one so far. Very well played. Elite doubles final. Phillip looking to get it into position to pass, then goes with that quick brush down. He'll have the first scoring opportunity of game number 3. Phillip Kucera tried to come back down the middle, and Vlado showed it to him, then took it away. Drabik will set up a pull shot. You talk about your best Austrian, actually just best Garlando players generally. I think all time, I don't think anybody's going to argue that Frederick Collignon probably was the best all-time Garlando player. I think his record speaks to that. He had great success at the Garlando World Championship events, and is a player who really can handle this table well. Kevin Hundstorfer certainly in the conversation as well as one of the best, I think, already ever on this table. And another guy that's pretty good on this table, the American, Billy Pappas. Pappas seemingly can do it all. Quick shot here by Kucera, blocked and taken away by Vlado. No score here in game number 3. That ball's going to get up the table to Hundstorfer. Kevin strokes that one home. It's 1-0. So Kevin Hundstorfer, when he's getting chances, is scoring it pretty well, although Lukas also at times has defended well. Another bouncing ball here picked up by Kevin. But it's a tough table to defend on. As you can see, the narrowness of the man's foot, goal fairly good size. It's a good offensive table. And right now, Kevin Hundstorfer liking it a lot as he has hit his first 2, which makes this a pretty big possession here in this 3rd game for Phillip Kucera. Really taking some time here and strokes it home. So Phillip Kucera again showing great patience. Waited for that hole to open up, then executed the shot and has cut the lead to 1. It's now 2-1 in favor of Hundstorfer and Drabik. That one kept out by Lukas. Quick pull kick down the middle, stolen away by Hundstorfer. Kevin has hit the first 2, opening up this game, but there's Lukas to get a piece of that one. Rebound bounces firmly back to the 5 of Hundstorfer. Kevin again will work that near wall. Kucera's done a pretty good job defensively against the 5 in the match, and is going to get a possession out of this one. And Phillip Kucera can tie it up at 2 here in game number 3. And he does, as he cuts that one back down the middle. So both forwards shooting it well. And we're even at 2 here in game number 3 and tied up at a game apiece. Pass along the wall by Hundstorfer, then through the lane. Kevin couldn't hold on to it. Knocked back by Kucera to Lukas. And this one again taken away by Hundstorfer. Kevin's had a few steals. Maybe it's Lukas with a few turnovers. But he's blocking Hundstorfer on this one. If you're going to turn it over, if you're going to lose it, you better come back and block it. And Alexander Lukas does. Nice pass along the outside wall by Drabik. Picked up here by Kucera. 2-2 here in the 3rd game. Jim Stevens bringing you the 2017 Elite Doubles Championship match. That shot down the middle by Drabik goes wide of the goal. Picked up here by Lukas, who brings it back the other way. The rebound will carry him back to Alex. Lukas taking some time, back and forth around the ball, then tried to bring it back down the middle. Pass attempt here. Lukas again dancing with the ball. Fires that one on goal, and then there's Drabik with a nice save. Still 2-2. That one angled up the table by Vlado. Clears the zone and comes to Alex. Again, round and round the ball. Then he's able to go right into a pull shot off of that. That's not an easy play to make. Alex, who's been doing that for a number of years, makes it look easy. Vlado's shot attempt rattles up the table. And again, it's Lukas' turn. Right now, a little bit of goalie war going on. And it's Vlado's turn. The two goalies exchanging possessions. You get the feeling that maybe one of them's going to score here. They're continuing to put pressure on the other. And that one blocked back into the goal by Kucera, who celebrates the stuff and celebrates a 3-2 lead here in game number 3. Nice defensive play there by Phillip Kucera. The pass along the wall, Hundstorfer has it blocked, comes back to Vlado. Drabik again staying aggressive. Hundstorfer able to pick it up on his 5. Kevin again can't hold on to that one. Wise play there by Kucera, who knocks it back to Lukas, who fires it back the other way. But it's Hundstorfer, who again will have a possession and a turnover as he hands it back to Kucera. Kucera and Lukas have scored the last 3 goals of this third game. Phillip again, look for the hole. But Vlado gets over there to make the block and take it away. Vladimir Drabik will now set the ball up. Tried to slice that one to the short side. Kucera with a block. And a pass along the wall. Hundstorfer couldn't quite hold on to it. And we're going to check the replay. You see there that they're going to make the call, I believe, here against Phillip Kucera, who might have knocked that near wall with his 5-0, it looked like. And the call has been made. And they're awarding it to Hundstorfer. 3-2 lead for Kucera and Lukas. Kevin will set it up and look to tie it up. Kucera and Lukas have scored the last 3, but there's Hundstorfer calmly hammering home that snake shot to make it 3-3. Phillip Kucera. Taking some time here. He likes to chip up that angle, but Hundstorfer knew it, made the block. Rebound comes back to Lukas, who will call time out. Alexander Lukas will put the ball back into play. 3-3 here in the third game. In a very tight Elite Doubles final. That one sent up the table towards the goal. Vlado slides over to keep it out, and Drabik will have possession of the ball. Trying to pass it along the outside wall. He's trying to get Hundstorfer possessions, and that's probably a pretty good idea. You've got as dynamic a forward as Kevin Hundstorfer. You want to give him as many opportunities on that 3-rod as you can. Alexander Lukas will put the ball back into play after it went off the table. Still 3-3 here in the third. That one sent up the table off a man and in. It's 4-3. So Alexander Lukas gets on the scoreboard. Wasn't clean, but he was effective, and it's now 4-3. But Hundstorfer can tie it at 4. It has been a close match so far. That shot on goal. That's Lukas looking for a clean one. Drabik brings it across and fires it on goal. Here goes Alex. looping around the ball, and then sends that one down the middle, up into the air, and off the table. Vladimir Drabik will put it back into play. Hundstorfer shot attempt, it looked like, blocked up into the air and off the table, and Lukas again will put it back into play at goal. And his partner, Phillip Kucera, leading 4-3. One of the big keys to the match so far has been the defensive fibro of Phillip Kucera, who has done a very good job of keeping it off the 3-rod of Hundstorfer, at least from his 5. That one, unfortunately for Kucera and Lukas, bounces into the goal. It's 4-4. And then Kucera, guess we're going to restart the ball here as Phillip puts it into play. Tied up at 4 here in the 3rd. Kucera looking quick brush down, looking chip up. And then along the wall. It's a nice option to have off that passing series. And Phillip Kucera now will set it up and look to give his team a 2-1 lead. Phillip rocks, looks, takes his time, tried to come down the middle, blocked by Vlado, right back to Phillip, who again will set it up. Take a look, and there's Vlado again to knock it down and take it away. Great defensive series by Vladimir Drabik, and he's going to call time out. Again, we're seeing some high-level goalie play here in this match as well. Two of the best, Vladimir Drabik, Alexander Lukas, doing all the things you want a goalie to do. And out of the timeout, they go with the pass, and Hundstorfer there to make the catch. That's what you see the great teams do. At 4-4, they use the timeout, they formulate a play, they execute it. And now Hundstorfer looking to give his team a 2-1 lead. Kevin will call timeout. Kevin Hundstorfer, Vladimir Drabik with an opportunity to give their team a 2-1 lead. Kevin Hundstorfer, even at the young age of, 26 maybe? A very experienced player. Has been in this situation many times. As he puts the ball back into play. Shooting against Alexander Lukas, looking for a 3rd game win. Kevin Hundstorfer strokes it home. It's 2-1. Kevin Hundstorfer and Vladimir Drabik came back from a 4-3 deficit in that 3rd game. They now are just a game away from the Elite Doubles Championship title. Kucera with a quick shot off that far corner. Rebound comes back to Lukas. Hundstorfer will look to advance it. And again, one of the strengths of Kucera and Lukas so far has been the defensive fibro of Phillip Kucera. There have also been a few occasions where Kevin has simply not caught the ball. But either way, it has been Kucera who has won the battle of possession so far on their 3-row. He has had more than Kevin. Kevin is going to get one here. That quick shot attempt. Now one blocked up into the air and off the table. Alexander Lukas will put the ball back into play. That shot on goal, blocked by Drabik. Here's Lukas again. Seems like just a matter of time before Alex plants one in the back of the opposite goal. But this one again dug out by Hundstorfer. Kevin's fibro has not been great, but he has found other ways to get the ball. Lukas able to take it away from Kevin here. Still no score here in the 4th game. 2-1 lead for the team on the left, the red team. Kevin Hundstorfer, Vladimir Drabik. Lukas will fire that one down the middle. Alex has that one stolen away by Kevin. Hundstorfer will set it up and look for the early lead, but again, Alex there to block it and take it away. Quick shot the other way, and again, it's Hundstorfer who will end up with a possession. Does Alex have another block in him here? Hundstorfer. Try to come near side. Yes, he does. Great defensive sequence there from Alexander Lukas. Again, it's a nice feeling for Kucera to know he's got Alex back there. And now it's up to Phillip to take advantage of that. That big pull kick there. We're going to look at it again as it's brought across. And let's see. And that ball will be awarded to Kevin Hundstorfer. Kevin will get a possession, and Alex will get another block. Still 4-3. There's still 2 games to 1. No score here in the 4th. Hundstorfer. And again, Alex with a block up into the air and off the table. That's just some great goalie play there, folks, from Alex Lukas. And the pass here. That one bounces up in the air, sent towards the goal. Almost grabbed by Kucera on his 3-rod. But it's Vladimir Drabik who has possession. Still no score here in game number 4. That shot down the middle. Picked up by Lukas. Quick, unexpected pass is picked up by Kucera. Phillip fires it home near side. It's 1-0. Two games to 1 lead for Kevin Hundstorfer and Vladimir Drabik. Again, Kevin can't hold on to that one. Picked up here by Lukas, who sends it back the other way. Blocked away by Hundstorfer's 5-row. Quick pass along the outside wall, stolen away by Kevin. I think Lukas has blocked the last 5, but Kevin does find the hole here to make it 1-1. When you win multi-table world championships, it means probably 2 things. One thing for sure, and that's that you have to be a dominant player on your home table. And Kevin Hundstorfer is that. A dominant singles player on the Garlando on the Garlando table. No question about that. Kucera slowing things down. We'll call timeout. You can see how intense this match is, how much these players want it. As Kevin Hundstorfer watches Phillip Kucera put the ball back into play. Quick pass along the wall. And Kevin makes the steal here. And he'll get a possession on the 3-row and a chance to give his team a 2-1 lead. Kevin Hundstorfer hammers it home to the near side, much to the pleasure of his partner, Vlado Drabik. And again, you can just see how much these players want this championship title. Kucera's pass attempt blocked away by Kevin. Pass along the wall, and Kucera now can tie it up at 2 as things are starting to pick up. Phillip fires it home far side. It's 2-2. 2-2 here in the 4th game. Of course, it's a game that Phillip Kucera and Alex Lukas must have to stay alive in competition for the 2017 Austrian Elite Doubles Championship title. And Kevin, it's 3-2. Phillip Kucera has to find an answer here. This is a big ball for Kucera and Lukas, and that pass along the wall gets through to Vlado. You'd almost have to think that Phillip Kucera and Alexander Lukas must have this ball. Drabik will put it back into play after the timeout. That shot down the middle. Rebound grab by Hundstorfer. Again, these 4 players know each other's games so well. When balls are going in, that's because they're great shots. It has to be a good shot to get through these goalies. The familiarity with these four players is quite large. And here's Kucera. Rocking. Phillip strokes it home to that far side. Really got that one deep out there off that far post and in. And that's a huge shot for Phillip Kucera and Alexander Lukas, and it's 3-3. And some great table soccer in this match so far. Two of the strongest teams you're going to find on the Garlando table, certainly. And two great international table soccer teams. Nice pickup here by Hundstorfer, who can give his team the lead. Kevin, shot attempt blocked by Lukas, back the other way, and Kucera's going to get a possession out of it. Alex Lukas has played a great game here in game number 4. Kucera's been pretty good as well. It's 4-3. 2 in a row from the team on the right, and they're just a goal away from sending this down to one final game. Hundstorfer again able to get it through, but it's not been easy for Kevin. The passes he has gotten through, seemingly off of Kucera's man. That one off of Lukas's man, up into the air and off the table. Alex Lukas has been sensational defensively here in this 4th game. And his partner, Phillip Kucera, has begun to shoot the ball very well, just when he needed to the most. Lukas will put the ball back into play. That one's going to come back to Alex. We'll put the dead ball back into play. And tried to come down the middle with a pull shot. And we're going to look at this one again. As you see, Lukas looping around. The ball brings it down the middle. I think they're going to call Phillip Kucera with the 5 row. Perhaps that slight jar didn't allow Hundstorfer to catch it. Kucera was able to pick it up on the 3, but he's going to have to give it back to Kevin, who rips home the quick left hook. It's 4-4. Great play by the 2-time multi-table world champion Kevin Hundstorfer, and it is championship point for Kevin and Vlado. Kucera and Lukas must have this ball to stay alive. Phillip try to go back along the wall, taken away by Kevin, who loses it back to Kucera, who can send it to game 5. An uncharacteristic turnover by Hundstorfer. Kucera able to pick it up, set it up, and stroke it home. It's 2 games apiece. Great job by Kucera and Lukas in that 4th game, and the opening ball here is stolen away by Kucera. But the turnover by Hundstorfer at 4-4 was a costly one. And Kucera now can open up the scoring here in game number 5. Phillip strokes it home far side. You saw Vlado guessing near side. And Phillip took it all the way out, scoring it to give his team a 1-0 lead here in the decisive 5th and final game. Hundstorfer again can't hold on to it. It comes back to Lukas. Shot down the middle. Hundstorfer able to grab it on the 5. Again, mishandles it, as does Kucera, but it's Phillip who ends up with it on his passing route. He tried to take it along the wall. Blocked, then couldn't hold on to the second one. Hundstorfer able to pick it up on his 5. 1-0 lead here in game number 5 for Phillip Kucera, Alexander Lukas. And Hundstorfer shot attempt again. Alex is there. You always can tell the great goalies. They continue to make adjustments. And there's the nice pass by Lukas to his partner Kucera. And it's 2-0. Alexander Lukas contributing with a pass here. But you watch the great goalies. They just get better and better as a match goes on. They continue to set up the opponent. Continue to get the reads, the tendencies of the opposing forward. But this is a big possession for Hundstorfer, who strokes it home near side. It's 2-1. There's a response from the world champ, who will be defending his singles title here in a couple of weeks. As Kucera looks to extend his team's lead to 2 once again, and he does. Phillip Kucera has really been shooting it well since the middle of that 4th game especially. And he has given his team a 3-1 lead. Strong 4th game performance from Kucera and Lukas allowed this 5th game to even happen. They have come out to get 3 of the first 4, and a frustrated Kevin Hundstorfer sees Alexander Lukas set the ball up. Takes some time off the clock, then send that one up the middle. Rebound bounces to Hundstorfer, who quickly chips it up to his 3. Kevin looking for 2 in a row, and he gets it. It's 3-2. Here comes Hundstorfer. Kucera puts the ball into play. This is a big ball for both teams. Phillip chips it up to his 3-rod. He gives that little bit of a fake, which causes the opponent to freeze. Now Kucera looking to move within 1 of the victory. That one, though, will get away from him a little bit. He'll pin it and call time out. Kucera and Lukas leading 3-2 here in the 5th and final game. As Phillip sets up the snake shot, goes with a quick one, scores it, and it's match point for Phillip Kucera and Alexander Lukas. That was Kevin Hundstorfer back there defending, but Kevin got a piece of it. It bounced in, and it's now match point for Kucera and Lukas. Vladimir Drabik down the middle on goal. Rebound grab by Kevin. Hundstorfer fires that one home. Boy, Kevin, when he's getting possessions, is shooting some very nice shots. Many of them have been blocked by Alexander Lukas. But Kevin has actually ripped a couple here down the stretch. He has cut the lead to 1. We're going to get a timeout with Phillip Kucera and Alexander Lukas leading 4-3 here in the 5th and final game of the 2017 Austrian Elite Doubles Championship match. Jim Stevens, happy to be here with 4 of my friends, bringing you all the excitement of this great Garlando match. You see the switch. Hundstorfer is going to move back defensively. Drabik to forward. You saw Kevin give Lotto some last-minute instructions. Kucera will look to advance it. Drabik defending. Lotto makes a block on the first effort. Kucera again. Chips this one up, and Vlado able to block it, grab it. He's going to call timeout here, isn't he? Yes, he is, and bring Kevin Hundstorfer back to the forward position. Hundstorfer puts the ball back into play, and Kevin will look for an opportunity here, and he'll get it. And a chance to send this one into overtime. Hundstorfer set up, strokes it home. It's 4-4. So a match like this that has been played so well on both sides, with 4 of the truly great players in Austrian table soccer, you would hope and you would think that perhaps it would go down to overtime, and it has. You saw Hundstorfer, I think, thought maybe Kucera with a jar. And we're going to take a look at this one. You see here, Lukas brings the man around and brings the ball across. And they are going to award that one to the forward. And in this case, it's Vladimir Drabik who will put the ball back into play. Going to set up a pull shot. Vlado will call a second and final timeout. When you've got a guy like Kevin Hundstorfer sitting back there, when you have a timeout remaining, you are certainly going to bring him up there. And Vladimir Drabik, also a pretty good forward, but he knows that he's got one of the great players, probably a future Hall of Fame player, on his side of the table. And in a situation like this, you want your best shooting the ball, and you're going to get it right here as Kevin Hundstorfer puts the ball back into play. Kevin taps, and that shot attempt blocked. Rebound comes back the other way, and Vlado's going to give Kevin another chance as he passes it hard along the outside wall. Then Kevin losing it back to his own 5-row. But again, can't hold on to it. We'll get another chance here to advance the ball to his shooting rod, but taken away here by Phillip Kucera. 4-4 here in the 5th and final game. That pass attempt off the man and then wide of the goal, picked up here by Drabik, who will make the big plays. And we're going to get another look at this one. As it came off the back wall, then knocked back, and then a hard jar perhaps there by Lukas with the 2, and they're going to award it to Kevin. And Alex questioning it a little bit. Not sure he truly liked the call, but either way, it's Hundstorfer who's going to put it back into play. Kevin sets it up. Tried to come near side, and Alex with the block. Boy, when you have needed a block these last few games from Alex Lukas, you have gotten it. That shot wide of the goal. Comes back to Alex. Still 4-4 here in the 5th game. Lukas fires that one just wide of the goal. Kucera able to dig it out. And he'll have a chance to give his team the lead as Phillip sets it up against Vladimir Drabik. Kucera hooks it home to the far side. It is championship point for Kucera and Lukas. Kevin Hundstorfer puts it into play, down 5-4. That one knocked down, comes back to Lukas. Alex brings it across and up the table and in. And Phillip Kucera and Alexander Lukas have won the 2017 Austrian Elite Doubles Championship Final.